Hi everyone, it's Rax, bringing you a very important video that I think tons of you will care about. Adam Jackson, the lead class designer for Diablo 4, had a fascinating tweet today.
Let's see
He
it.
said, wanted to clear up some details about the rarest uniques in Diablo 4. 1. They drop from level 85 plus enemies.
Oh.
You can get them anywhere.
So that means that you can kill a mob and you can be like level 81 and you can get it. Like theoretically, because if you look at this, it says requires level 65.
That you can get a normal unique, and they'll always drop at item power 820. That's
okay.
Very, very significant. There's currently 6 in the game, and they're really rare. So we can let's talk about each of these things individually. Let's start with they can drop from 85 plus enemies. I guess before we talk about that, let's look at what he's actually talking about. There's very specific uniques that he's talking about. Doombringer and Grandfather. Ring of the Starless Sky.
Each consecutive core cast, reduces cost, next core skill, maximum 40%. Oh, that's pretty good. Holy shit. And Dariel's Visage, 19% chance to trigger a Poison Nova. Does poison. That one's not. Bro, imagine you get this one. This one sucks.
And Andariel's Visage. Or Visage.
Yeah, shit was way better in Diablo 3. It has lifesteal? Wait, what? Nuh-uh. What the fuck? It does? Holy, that's the best item in the game. Oh my god. Holy shit. I didn't even see that. Wow, what the fuck?
For Visage.
Broken Quest, yeah, there it is. And then Melted Heart of Selig. Plus 30% maximum resource. Wait, so you lose resource instead of health? What the fuck?
Eloquent Crest, aka Shaco, and Melted Heart of
Oh
Cell.
my god.
Now, to my knowledge, take as many streamers as you want, or YouTubers. Myself, Woody, Rob, Datmods, Barbarian, Al Kaiser.
What about me?
Quinn, any of them.
Oh, you even put Quinn in there. Okay.
I don't know any of us that has any of these.
Right.
Right? So when they say that they're really rare,
they are really rare.
Really, really, really rare.
Which
most of
I
us
think
have
is
just
dumb.
been, blasting unhealthy amounts of hours.
Yes.
If they can drop from level 85 plus enemies, that means there's a couple ways to get them. You can obviously get them in World Tier 4. In World Tier 4, the monsters by default start at level 73. And then as you level up, the monsters level up with you all the way to 95. Where they stop, the exception is Helltide. Helltide always takes your level and adds 2.
Really? I didn't know that.
If you're level 100 and all the monsters are 95 in the open world,
it's going to be
102. Go to Helltide, they're going to be 102.
Yeah, that's math.
Doesn't matter, because if it's 85 plus, you should be able to get it. And uniques can drop pretty much anywhere.
Right.
One thing that I think is critical for finding uniques, the best way that I know to find uniques by far is by doing Nightmare Dungeons. The reason why, Nightmare Dungeons are inherently slower than regular dungeons or doing Helltide or open world farming, because you have to run to them. So why in the world would they drop more uniques?
Well, you get more ancestral items. Like, I think you get better loot out of Nightmare Dungeons per dungeon.
The reason why is there's a reward at the end. For example, I'm playing my druid right now,
I see what he's saying.
And I'm level 85. I have found 4 Tempest Roars. Now, that's going to really piss off a lot of people by saying that. Yeah. But out of the 4 Tempest Roars that I found, I got 3 of them from a Nightmare Dungeon reward. At the end, the little pop-up that says, reward, here's some gold, and here's an item. 75% of the time that I found that very rare, important item, it was just a gift at the end of a Nightmare Dungeon. Now, it doesn't specifically say whether you can get it as a reward from a Nightmare Dungeon, but when you plug a high enough tier, remember the default level, I believe the default level's 54, so if you plugged at least a 31 or higher Nightmare Dungeon key, not only are the monsters 85 plus, but actually at the top, it has the zone has a number. It'll say like level 87 or something.
Yeah.
I would assume, it doesn't say so in this blog, but I'm going to make an assumption that you can get it from the reward. And if that's true, then that makes Nightmare Dungeons at 31 plus by far the best way to not only get these uniques, but any unique you would need for your class, like the Tempest Roar for Druids.
I usually just run them anyway.
6 of them in the game. They're referring to those specific 6. And the last part about there being really rare, people ask me my opinion all the time. Nobody has a Shaco. Nobody has a Grandfather. Nobody has a Doombringer. Rax, how do
Somebody does have a Doombringer. Don the Crown showed it on his stream. And there is word that some Korean guy got a Shaco.
you feel about it? I would much rather that Blizzard make them way too rare than everybody has one. So far, we know of, there's been about 400 million hours played in Diablo 4. Now, of those 400 million,
that's a
how
lot.
many of those 400 million have been played above level 85? A very, very small percentage of them. Let's say, I don't know, 10 million hours.
Sure.
Out of the 400 have been in 85 plus. That's probably already too high. It's probably more like 5 million. But let's just say it's 10 million. Well, so far, out of everyone in the world, we know of 2 confirmed Shaco drops. 2 Shacos.
Now? Oh, wow.
We know of 0 grandfathers. Let's just take Shaco, for example. So out of 10 million, that means it takes, on average, 5 million hours played at 85 plus to drop a Shaco.
That's fucking ridiculous.
So maybe the rarity is a bit overshot here. I mean, I don't
it's
know
way too rare.
Anybody who has one, like one person in like Korea and one person in like Russia has one. That's it. So, but again, I stand by what I said. I'd rather them make it way too rare than everybody has one.
Sure. Yeah,
It's
I would agree with that.
They can play with. But that's how you get them. 85 plus, anywhere goes. I think the best way is with Nightmare Dungeons, especially if you can get it as their unique reward. There's 6 of them in the game, and you can also use this logic to farm things like Tempest Roar. I found 4 of them as an 85 Druid. I find pretty much 1 a day. You can hopefully use that to help you when you're farming as well. Remember, there's a gigantic 13-page patch coming before Season 1. It's going to change probably everything about the game, about balance and stuff.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm gonna get nerfed again. I can just fucking feel it.
I will cover it in full. And remember, I'm playing all 5
Barb will
classes.
be like, yeah, Barb will be
My
like
Barb
10
is
of the
100.
pages.
My Rogue is 100. My Druid is 85. My Sorcerer is 44. And my Necro is 21. But I'm going to get them all to 100, and then I'm going hardcore. So when the patch comes out, I'm going to have a good feeling for all classes, and I'll let you know where everything's going to shake up. By the way, I had Necros last in the tier list, but their Bone Spear build is just completely out of control.
It's disgusting.
So,
yeah,
they're not last. Anyway, that's it for this video. What do you guys think? Are you going to find these? Are you going to be the first one to find a Shaco in the United States? I don't think
No, you're not. You're not. You're not going to get it. 5 million hours? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, let's say he overshot it. It's only 1 million hours. Oh! Oh, well, that's fine then. Guys, the drop rate on these things is fucking garbage. I think it would be fine if the drop rate on these was... If the game was a consistent game that had no seasons and you could trade, the drop rate would be fine. Because it would just be like literally winning the lottery or something like that. Like one of them would drop every like 6 months. But this is a seasonal game. What are the odds that somebody is going to get any of these inside of the season? Fucking 0. Absolutely fucking 0. Like, you probably have a better chance of winning the lottery than getting one of these items. It's insane. What is the point of having them in the game if nobody can ever expect to even get one of them if they play the game for 10 years? And you can't trade them, you can't do anything. You don't need a Shaco or a Doombringer. It's good, but you can do everything in the game without it. Well, then why not give it to them anyway, then? What's the problem? Okay, then, all right, so yeah, if you could do everything in the game, well, then what's the problem? It's fun. Yeah, it's fucking fun. You get a really cool item. I want it to be extremely rare. I want it to be extremely rare too. But can we agree that extremely rare and 1 out of every 5 million hours, these are two different things? These are different. These are several measures of degree more rare than a Path of Exile mirror. And you can trade mirrors, and you can use the little fucking... You can get mirrors in like 3 different ways in the game. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. Even a mirror is more common than Shaco? Yes, and Shaco is the most common one. Mr. Llama took 20 years to get a unique drop in Diablo 2, so it's not unprecedented. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Tyrael's Might, and he has his girlfriend there, or his wife, or something like that, watching him. Yeah, I watched that video. Could you trade Tyrael's Might? Yes, you can. Okay, so it's completely different then. Look, I think that they should just increase the drop rate for this kind of shit to a higher percentage in World Tier 5 whenever they add it. Like, that's what I think they should do. I don't think that they need to make them drop like every other unique. I think that you can have a tier of uniques that is much more rare, but it should not be anywhere near how rare they are now. It's weird that they're this rare. Nobody in 400 million played hours has received even one of these items with the grandfather and I think Andariel's Visage. This is nuts. Who cares? I mean, can't you just say that both ways? Like, if who cares? Okay, then make it more common. If nobody cares. Yeah, it's like stupid design. Doesn't sound accurate. Only hours are counted against 85 plus enemies, and it also is 0% anyway. Oh no, I know that. I'm taking that into account. Yeah. How many uniques should drop before you get one of these 6? I don't know, like 10? Like 10, 15, 20, something like that. I think that'd be pretty fair. Listen, I would say 100 to 200. No, I don't think so. I think it's too much. I would agree with you if the game had trading. If the game had trading, I would 100% agree with you. But in a game with no trading, you have to design, like, because it's not fun to just, am I crazy? Like, it's not fun to just farm nightmare dungeons endlessly and play a slot machine to maybe get a cool item. I think that sucks. I do. I think it's fucking garbage. So I want to be able to actually, like, either target farm these items or trade them. I think that's very reasonable. That's what killed Diablo 3 for me. I stopped playing Diablo 3 whenever they got rid of trading. And this is before I was a streamer, before you bring that up. Like seasons and Diablo 2, certain items were drop gated, super rare until time progressed. That's how Stone of Jordan's worked. That's stupid. They shouldn't do that again. I really dislike the lack of trading in this game. Well, at least they have some trading. I have 26 uniques and no temerity or gores. Yeah, you need to have a way to target farm things. Like, if you have 26 uniques, at what point does somebody just quit the game because they can't get the item they want and there's no way to get it except for just mindlessly beating their head against a wall? That's not fun. I don't know. I think that sucks. That's why I stopped playing Diablo 3. They got rid of trading and they removed the correlation between my effort and reward, and they just put it all up to luck. And that's not what I was into. I think Rax brings up some very good points in this video. I'm going to link you guys the video. You guys can watch it yourselves or give it a like. Make sure to do it. Already had Druid friends quit over the loot bug that they fixed yesterday. Well, yeah, of course they would quit over it. Why the fuck would you not quit over it? It's awful. Now, if it was me, what would I do? I would make Uber Lilith have a 10% chance to drop one of these weapons. Only if you're solo. That's what I would do. Because if you have a big enough dick to kill Uber Lilith, you deserve these items. Once a week? That sounds stupid. Why would it be once a week? 1%? 10%'s way too much? It's 10% shared. So it's a 10% chance for a 1 in 6. I don't know why players are so... They're like fucking... just salivating to have their time wasted. What the fuck? Why? This is somebody that's level 100. They put hundreds of hours into the game. They beat the hardest boss in the game. And they can't get the good gear? You're gonna put another fucking hurdle for them to jump over? Just let them get the fucking loot. Give it a break. They beat the game. Holy shit.